when we're looking at things that are natural and how to improve our environment. We're also going to learn how to make Louisville a greener place during this week. Eco-friendly products and businesses will be featured. Energy and water conservation, that's something we're going to talk about. Reducing litter and pollution, and how you can make an impact on the environment. Welcome back to Louisville Live this morning. I'm Kirby Adams.
Yeah, it's good to have Kirby here. She was on last week. We're going on with our guest co-host here, and you know, a little chilly morning, but it beats all that heat we've had all summer.
It was really chilly, actually, this morning when I sent my kids out to the bus. I thought it's time to break out the coats.
And it was a little chilly. It was a little chilly Saturday. We had some of our crew here from WBKI get out to Beargrass Creek as part of helping clean up the environment, and they were joined by some other volunteers. WBKI's Erica Benton has the story.
Well, I'm down here at Beargrass Creek, and we're down here for the Beargrass Creek Restoration Project with a whole host of people who are going to be helping clean up today and just get everything ready. Now, Bennett is with Metro Parks. Bennett Knox, I'm going to start with you. What is going to be going on down here today?
Well, we've got a cleanup event today. We're in partnership with Olmsted Conservancy, Kentucky Waterways Alliance, and River Metals, and we've got a number of volunteers, about 60 to 70, and by the time we go up there, probably more than 100, doing invasive plant removal. We're doing trash collection along the stream, and we're also going to be getting people in canoes and get them out of the water and really get close to Beargrass Creek today.
Great. Now, Tessa, what is so important about cleaning up Beargrass Creek, and what kind of goes into the restoration project down here?
Well, we believe that Beargrass Creek is our creek, and it's our job to take care of it. Not just cleanups like today, but long-term stewardship. So stormwater problems, planting native plants in your yard, the full spectrum, not just picking up trash.
Okay, great. And Sarah, I know you're with the Olmsted Parks Conservancy, and Bennett kind of touched on the invasive plant species. Kind of explain to people what that is who may not know.
Well, basically there's invasive plants like bush honeysuckle, which have taken over our natural areas, and what we are doing in the parks is to remove those invasive plants, plant native species, which helps to improve biodiversity and habitat.
And Neil, I know you're with River Metals Recycling. Why did you all decide to get involved with this project?
Well, this is very vital to us, the river and the proximity of our location just down here on River Road, as well as we have a location down off of Lexington Road that Beargrass Creek goes through. So this is very vital to us and very important to us. So as a corporate citizen, we wanted to show our support and sponsorship for this event.
Definitely, and we appreciate you coming out here to help. And Bennett, kind of explain to us where Beargrass Creek is and why it's so important, you know, what it feeds into, where it comes from.
Well, it goes all the way up into eastern Jefferson County. I'm not quite sure exactly where the headwaters are, but there's a number of forks to it, and it sort of covers the whole downtown area as well as the highlands and flows into Ohio River. So it's I guess the story is we've had our backs to it for quite a while, and we're trying to open up folks to be more aware of their impact. As Tessa mentioned, everything that we do is contributing to the pollution in the stream and the declining condition of it over the years. So we're trying to get back in here and shine the light back on it and get people involved and really aware of what their impact is and try to change that. So.
And Tessa, I know that you really want to let people know that coming out one day is great, but this is an ongoing problem. And how can people get involved to kind of make sure that this goes on for more than just one day?
Well, they can join up with the Beargrass Creek Alliance, which is a new group of folks that are concerned about the creek. And we can all do stuff in our yard. Just when it rains, we need to capture that rain so it doesn't run off. A lot of people don't know that storm drains drain directly to the creek in a lot of the cities. So anything that you do on the land ends up in the water. So just be good stewards year-round of the creek.
Well, I know you all have got a lot of cleaning up to do, so I'm going to let you get back to it. But down here at Beargrass Creek for the Beargrass Restoration Project, I'm Erica Benton. I'm going to throw it back to you all.
Thanks, Erica. We appreciate everybody who came out this weekend. All the sponsors had a good time cleaning up Beargrass Creek. You don't think you're making a dent, but you are. You know, a little bit this day, another group does it another day, litter on the side of the road. It adds up.
And on the other side of the coin, when you throw something out the window of your car or throw something into the Beargrass Creek area, you're also creating more of a mess.
Yeah, so don't do that. Don't do that. Hey, we have a couple guests right now who could talk about keeping things green. We have Camille with Natural Awakenings, the magazine, and Gary Hahn with Swampy. And I said, you know, call him Swampy. Hey, Swampy, how are you this morning?
Good morning, Craig. Thanks for having me.
Nice uniform.
Thank you.
Camille, let's talk a little bit about what we just saw at Beargrass Creek. I mean, people clean up. We're here to talk about wetlands and marshlands in just a minute, but getting out there and having volunteers, I know you stress it in Natural Awakenings, your magazine, healthy environment, but it makes a difference to get out there and pick this stuff up.
Oh, it absolutely does. It makes an even bigger difference when we know,
just not to throw this stuff out to begin with, so somebody has to come up behind us and clean it up. That would be probably the bigger message here, is just don't make the mess. Just be good stewards of not only our creeks but our environment as a whole, and then we can use our time to be with our families instead of going out and cleaning up the messes that we make. So
now you feature in your issue here for October Gary Hahn, Swampy. I'm not sure if that's the nickname you want to go by or not.
That's fine.
But we're going to get a little bit more into the wetlands. But as far as just throwing garbage into our waterways and that type of thing, what ultimately happens there besides it just looking unattractive?
Well, really what I think we're talking about is water quality. One of our major resources that's going to be in peril in the upcoming years is going to be water. We can actually think that oil is a big issue, but right now water is a major component locally in the nation and also throughout the world. And we need to focus on water quantity and water quality. And just what you said, Craig, as far as every little bit helps. There's been a response is that dilution is the solution to pollution. But we need to think about every day what we do, try to do conservation. We need to think about sustainability as far as what we'll leave our future generations. But again, getting back to water quality, keeping those watersheds clean, making homes for animals that are in danger. We need to think about land use development. We also just need to think about everything at all as far as sustainability. So it all makes a difference.
Yeah, and one thing that Swampy is here for is to talk about the wetlands and the outer loop along the Ohio River and other waterways. There are some wetlands out there. And you think of going to the beach where you have a lot of marsh and you got a ton of wetlands out there. But that's what Swampy does: soil, water, animals, mankind. You heard him talk about it just a few seconds ago. But you can go to the website, swampy.org, where Gary will respond and talk to you some more. But let's use the oil spill down in the Gulf. You've been down there. We don't have an oil spill here, but we got pollutants in our waterways. We got pollutants here and there. But let's use the oil spill. People are familiar with that. When oil gets up in the marshes, the wetlands, in those areas, how does that harm the environment and harm those wetlands?
Actually, if you look at it over a period of time, it's actually hydrocarbons. And the hydrocarbons, chemically speaking, they can impact wetland systems. It affects the animals that are dependent on those plants. And sometimes, again, like I talked about the solution as far as the dilution problem, but that can only go so far. So we need to be real careful. We need to follow the regulations that are involved and that help us promote when we have operations to protect our water quality and our lands. And this is all important. Some of those things weren't done in the coast. And the seafood industry down, I just got back from a trip there, a lot of people are concerned. So it economically affects people and their very livelihoods and the welfare.
And in our area, in the Kentucky area, well, how many wetlands have been destroyed at this point?
Oh, that's a great comment. Over 80% have actually been destroyed and impacted. So we really need to give back and actually try to propose more wetlands so that wetlands actually serve valuable forces as far as water quality. They filter out impurities, etc. A lot of times when you lose those wetlands, then we're left with other more costly municipal cost and investments. So we need to take care of our environment and keep it healthy.
You know, Camille, I'm looking here at natural wetlands right here, and you say meet Swampy. You talk about a healthy planet, and people could pick up this guide and this publication around Kentuckiana. Tell us a little bit more about it and what they'll read when they pick up Natural Awakenings.
Well, Natural Awakenings, we talk about a lot of different things on how to be healthy and natural in a natural way every month. But this particular month, our October issue focuses on the environment. Swampy is featured as our community spotlight this month, which is on page 19. And our feature of the month is on a healthy planet, what we need to do and what we need to know now to help facilitate a healthier planet.
And you can pick up Natural Awakenings all over town, and it's free.
It is free. It is free.
Can't beat that.
No, and we're going to have Camille on all week long because you work with a lot of agencies and people who are environmentally sound and think green. So we're going to be having you on all week.
Yay!
It's going to be fun. Love the coveralls there, the overalls. They look cool.
Thank you all.
Looks like you just crawled out of the swamp.
Remember, soils, water, animals, mankind, plants, and you.
All right. Thanks to
When we come out, he's not Swampy. He's Ricky Jones, U of L professor and author. He's opinionated. He's going to sound off when we come back on Louisville Live this morning.